Let's take a look. List basically unchanged. Red Rage here. It's September. All we know about Modern, since we kind of hop in and out of it, is there beans to be beaten. And we're going to be questing to beat beans. So we'll see how that goes. Sidna, what's up? How's it going? Let's get it going. We're just going to go jump right into a league. No reason to wait here. You all know the drill. Smash. Flames. It's all we want. How you doing? How are you doing? Welcome back. Friday. You know what's the beauty about the Red Rage list? Since it's been forever and maybe YouTube will get to see it, is it doesn't change. How long have we been playing Red Rage now? It just doesn't change. It's like the constant that Red Prison is. What's up, Zale? How's it going? Let's go. 68 months. It's a long time. It was a long time. All right. Let's do this. Let's see what Modern's all about. Double Eidolons to kick us off tonight. Yes, please. Let's begin. Opponent mulligans to 6 as well. So, Bean. All I know is that the Bean list does Bean things. And we're just not gonna be scared of beans. We got the flames. Opponent mulligans to 5, mulligans to 4. This is gonna quick and easy game 1 here against this opponent. They're toast. Unless they're like some ultra combo that we're not aware of. Who really knows these days? We're wearing red as well. It's very important to wear red when you're playing Red Rage. Just want to put that out there. Overgrown Tomb, 3 cards for our opponent. And Shoxin. Can I get a bolt off the top to kill the Mana Dork? Thoughtseize? Mana Dork, alright. That Mana Dork's a little bit of a pain to get through, but a bolt would be great. No bolts, and we'll pass right back. Opponent's got 2 cards, though. How crazy could it get? They're just going to play Bean? Does this list play Bean? I don't know. One lander keep? Kind of feels like it. There's Gilded Goose, a Fury off the top, and the opponent's just going to have nothing to do here. Feels kind of like Yawgmoth, but I don't think it is. Oh, we could really mess things up next turn. We'll see. It's a 4-color thing. This makes 2 colors. This could make multiple colors. This could make multiple colors. Kind of feels 4-color like. We'll see. Opponent's got technically 3 mana here. Seems that they're skipping their turn. Food combo. Let's attack. Let's attack, and I think I'm just playing Blood Moon, right? I mean, Blood Moon, then Chandra downtick one of these. They're going to squirrel me to death? Let them squirrel me to death. Orcish Bowmaster. I presume we are blocking with 2 things to kill an Eidolon here. That would be... Oh, no, they get to block with 1 because Bowmaster is... It's a cool little thing. Could block with the army token. There you go. There you go. Blocked. Let's throw a Blood Moon out and see how they like that. Now we just need Karn. Wait, Karn's not played in this version. Nice try, Fluffy. I don't know. What do we do? Kill Halfling with Chandra? Play Chandra plus Eidolon? Chandra uptick? I mean, if we were to perhaps get a Fury here, that'd be great. You think Yawgmoth? There's a Lightning Bolt. Kind of like killing one of these. I don't think I care about legendary stuff. Let's kill and play Eidolon rather than Chandra uptick kill. This way I can have the Eidolon in play, and then maybe I can Chandra downtick on this. I mean, my opponent just doesn't have the mana. Makes black. We're going to pass here. think it's like a Bowmaster or something. Yep. That's fine. Burn all the beans. We will attempt to. I'm gonna play our Eidolon and pass turn. By the way, I swapped out Seasoned Pyromancer to Goblin Rabblemaster as a last resort, and I feel justified. Opponent is the man but doesn't have the mana. Fury? Ragavan. Do I kill the halfling? I feel like I'll kill it next turn. Let's do 2 here and play Ragavan. Oh, now I can cast this. Kill just an Orcish Bowmaster. Let's do that. That hurts me a little bit. Less things attacking me, though. And then we can see if we can down tick on the halfling. I like this. I like this. What are they going to do? Another Bowmaster? That'd be a lot of Bowmasters. Missing lands. They have one beautiful mountain. All right, F6 through this turn. Nothing to do. Opponent needs to find something. Finds a Pendelhaven. I think this is an easy down tick unless I find a removal spell. I mean, I'm not even going to worry about dashing here. 1, 1, 2. I am going to go ahead and kill one of these just so that I clear this board very nicely here. I'm almost confident I'll get a scoop to this Fury. We'll see. I guess I'll throw 2 and 2. I guess we'll throw 2 and 2. Scoop. Game 2. Next. No? Yes? Okay, we're still playing Magic. This has to be for information gathering, I would assume. That is what my gut tells me. We're way ahead on time. There we go. All right. So we have something that, I'll be honest, I really don't know what they're doing. So we're going to bring in some braids. I could do the relics. They have creatures that block, so Ragavan's maybe not that important here. We didn't really see much other than a Bowmaster and some mana dorks, if I'm really honest. We have plenty of ways to kill those. I have Light Up the Night, Shatterskull Smashing even as a way, Furies, Chandra Torch Defiance, Bone Crushers here, Lightning Bolt, Spike Field Hazards. You know, I got the removal. It goes off the screen. Dr. Doom? Good Doctor? What? Oh, Yogg the Good Doctor. I mean, I kind of feel like a couple relics might be more valuable than the braids than like 4 Ragavans. This is my gut feeling, with maybe an Engineered in replace of 1 Eidolon. So we'll try that. The only thing I'm missing is Flame Slash, pretty much. Removal, double Blood Moon. I am on the draw. Feels okay enough. We'll try it. Needle over Relic? Maybe. It could be busted. We never know. They might have a lot of, like, things to kill. The tokens, the food tokens. And then they'll be doomed. They'll be doomed. All right, opponent doesn't have the greatest mana base just yet. We'll see if this Blood Moon can sneak down. My opponent did keep 7 this time. More appropriate to keep 7 than like the 4 that they did the first time. Verdant Catacombs, that should find a basic. Of what variety, we'll find out. The plan is to kill the halfling in response to probably the fetch. And I think I'll do it with now the Bone Crusher. do that. I gotta assume that this is basic swamp here. Yep. We still will probably prioritize a Blood Moon here. Bowmaster's fine. There's nothing worrying about that card. We can actually be patient with our Eidolon so we don't take extra damage. Twilight Mire, if they don't play something with green here, we're going to get them with the Blood Moon. They need green mana. Will they have it? The answer is no currently. They could kill the Blood Moon. It's always an option. Blood Moon will be played first over Lightning Bolt. I can do 2 removals next turn. See if we can't get ourselves back in this game. They could have a force, but I'm not feeling it. I don't think they have force. 3 more points. My opponent is bolting us every turn. But I think they're gonna die. That is a Chandra. All right, let's go ahead and play a Chandra. Put pressure on our opponent. We're gonna uptick here for 2. We'll go ahead and abrade and get rid of the Zulaport Cutthroat. I think I'm okay to keep the Blood Moon in my hand, just in case they do have that force. If they play a green source, a forest, we'll probably throw the Blood Moon down rapidly. I'm afraid to put the Blood Moon down and have the force just take it out, but we'll see. 2 to Chandra. Chandra's at 3. Opponent's in real big trouble here. Play our lands. It's 3 and 2. Let's go up for damage. We don't need the extra. Light up is really good to have in our graveyard, so let's go ahead and get it down there. X is 0, X plus 1 to creatures and planeswalkers. Don't you forget it, ladies and gentlemen. Bone Crusher Giant played in a Bolt as backup. This game is looking good for a 1-0 start this evening. Happy Friday. Woo! Feels good. Take a breath, Fluffy. I will. Feeling like we might get there. Let's see here. Oh. 3, 2, 1. Yes, please. Rabblemaster. We'll play Eidolon. We'll not bolt. We'll send the company in and pass turn. We'll worry about bolting next turn if they leave the Orc army behind for the Rabblemaster. F6 through this turn, pass. No force. I could even down tick and bolt them. Opponent concedes. Blood Moon gets it just like we like it. Let's move on. That's the way we wrote it up. Paid actor on Friday. Makes the deck look good. Match 2, here we go. It's gonna be a fast league. I can feel it. A fast 1-4 tonight. 1 landers aren't keepable. Let's can we keep a 2-lander? We're on the draw. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll try it. This is, I won't say it's sketchy. It's just a slower hand here. Lots of Chandras here tonight. The 1.5 lander kind of is, yeah. It's kind of dangerous with some of those griefs out there and other things that could happen to your hand. Opponent sees red cards, fetches Watery Grave. Ooh, okay. Blood Moon is actually fairly good in this matchup. If we can get to stick quicker than anything. Let's go ahead and play Ragavan. Not going to worry about dashing it in because it's not getting anywhere. F6 through the turn. Top deck land would be great. Attacking and Bone Crushing a Crab is not bad either. We do have a non-basic here, so my opponent can get out of a Blood Moon here if they choose to use that as their priority. Fetch land, fetch, then use fields. Mills a lot, that's for sure. Basic Island, that's really actually a good one for them. They're seeing all kinds of goodies in the yard. We are a slight favorite in this matchup, if you can believe it. I could see them doing Natasha's or some other mill thing instead of the field. So if I spike a land here, it'd be nice. Obviously no attack. Rune Crab sitting back. We hit. Eidolon. We will attack. I will entertain the Bone Crusher Giant. Might even go to end step in order to do it. Opponent blocks. All right. I don't think I can quite give them the turn back here to do this. Looks like they're going to field us. It's okay. Left 6 now. I would assume they get an extra island here. They need double blue typically. If they get a swamp, the Blood Moon feels a little bit more powerful again. If they get another island, we may skip the Blood Moon in favor of playing Bone Crusher Giant. There's the island, so probably we'll skip. Archive traps us. 27 cards remaining. As long as they don't counter the stomp, we could win this. Down to 14. It's looking kind of sketchy now. 14 cards? You take a good look at that library that's in that graveyard, opponent. Mill 13? I'm pausing here looking at how many Furies I have in the graveyard. I have 3, and I have 3 Chandras in hand. It's unlikely that I have that much left. All right, away we go. Pillages come in. Braids can come in potentially here. Squee is a very much a yes. Engineered Explosives is more than likely a yes. We want to take out Fire Artisans. A little slow here. What else? I can argue Light Up the Night's an interesting card with our Chandra. We'll probably keep at least a pair of those, maybe just one. Probably can ditch one Chandra here, maybe a second. We're going to be pretty low to the ground. Let's do one pillage. And let's find ourselves... How many lands do I play in this one? 20. We'll go one Spike Field as well. Shaving the Chandra and the Light Up the Night, I don't feel like I need as much there. Furies are really good to remove the crabs. Obviously want red density. Engineered gets rid of the 1-drops. Braids. Pillage is there just to kind of mess them up on their lands. Usually they can't field us because we have so many mountains, but if they do get that basic, then we get the Blood Moon. We can play the Pillage and get rid of the one-off land that's keeping them alive. This is going to come down to something that's a reasonably quick hand. We're looking for Ragavan, Eidolon, Rabblemaster, lands, and burn. Blood Moon after Ragavan's not a bad looking hand. Definitely avoiding hands with any of the Chandras probably, unless the bottom half of the hand's really good. Let's see what we got. Got an extra Squee. One here for the Squee lovers out there. Those show up from the graveyard. 4 mana is a little bit necessary for those. What a hand. We could entertain this. It has the Fury. I get rid of Chandra and hope to spike a land here. And Eidolon is an aggressive card, and being able to play Eidolon and then next turn Bolt, Fury, Pitch, Bolt, and Rabblemaster, or some combination of these things, is not a bad thing to do. All right, Shelldock, hidden away. Let's go. Eidolon will be our first play. Eidolon will be our second play, it looks like, as well. Not a bad start. I'd love to hold on to Rabblemaster in order to attack. Waiting to see if my opponent has any black mana for something like a Fatal Push. And while I want to keep the Rabblemaster, depending on what I top deck here, it wouldn't be bad to jam out something, keep something in the hand and pitch the Rabblemaster and keep the burn for removing more stuff. Our Eidolon should take us the distance here in this game. No black mana for my opponent. Extra burn spell. We'll just play Eidolon and attack. Yield to our Eidolons. I doubt they play Snapcaster, but we'll see. In for 2. 18 all. F6 through this turn. Land drop, we Rabblemaster. No land, well, it's pretty obvious. Third island, or blue mana for my opponent. Fractures and takes the damage. We do have 6 points in our hand. Plus 2, 4 on the battlefield. I mean, it's a lot. Opponent is currently tapped out. How do we feel about burn, burn? We feel great. Let's go. Fire them off. F6. Opponent is at 4. That does mean they're dead on board just about anything. My opponent would need to land, fetch. No. That wouldn't work. I would need to land and fetch. Feel the Ruin doesn't work. Feeling like they need 4 archive traps. That's my gut feeling anyway. All right, we get it. 1-1 in this match. Let's get it on game number 3. Do we want to change anything? I don't think so. I think we're okay. As cute as Ragavan is, there's no removal here. There's just nothing to interact with my opponent's board state here. 1 Fatal Push, 1 Crab of the bigger, heftier variety, and we're just done. Let's go ahead and pass that one. This hand has some potential. Removal, removal. This is technically a version of removal. Fury is removal as well. Opponent mulligans to 5. Keep, ditch, Fury? Doesn't seem like a bad idea, honestly. I want the Squee, obviously, as the follow-up for when we start attacking. I'm going to do this, and I'll play, like, Engineered on turn 1. Maybe my opponent will slow down. Opponent mulligans to 4. This is the way Magic is played. You mulligan to Oblivion. You play a few rounds. You then go get your favorite fast food after F&M, and you complain to your buddies about how your deck was terrible and Magic was terrible that night and how you shuffled to Oblivion. And then you go home and you go play EDH and you have a good time. My opponent, I think, has found 4 cards they like. They're just determining which ones they want. Do they need removal? Do they need to be faster? Do we have surgicals? Let's see what they got. Are they looking for a way to avoid Blood Moon? All right. I'm going to go ahead and play the Engineered Explosives down on 1 here, just to start things off. I don't really want to play the Shatterskull Smashing if I don't have to. Opponent Visions of Beyond in response to our Engineered Explosives. Too bad it's not Chalice. They do draw a card. What do they have? Ruin Crab. We can kill that. Extra Island. We have a couple ways to kill that. Perhaps the safest is the Engineered Explosives, although they set a stop in their upkeep and attempt to abrade this. We played the Mountain, by the way, to avoid a Field of Ruin right now. If I draw another Mountain, I'd prefer that over the Shatterskull. We abrade in the upkeep kind of to skip this turn if they do have a counter spell. I want to hold on to the Engineered Explosives. There's the Field of Ruin. No black mana for you, opponent, yet. Well, if they have exactly Fatal Push, oh well. We will sacrifice Great Squee to the cause. But we have offered them black mana, but they only have 2 cards. So let's get a moving, shall we? And if it's double Archive Trap, Squee might actually be faster than double Archive. Especially with Rabblemaster to follow into. We're offering Squee up as well, because if they do have that Fatal Push, Rabblemaster will be the next play. Hopefully a land in the next 2 and then play Squee. That'll be the theory at least. They are not interacting, which that would have been the time. We've now generated a little goblin. I don't think they're too happy. All right. We'll get our land. They get theirs. Maybe they just didn't want to give me mana during the turn. One less land to find. We do need one more to get Chandra out. If they tap out, I might entertain Chandra just to have something that can remove and then start upticking. If they play something and I don't really care about it, might just Rabblemaster as well. Rabblemaster helps us. We can F6 and all these goblins auto attack. Thanks, Rabblemaster. Watery Grave, does my opponent shock it? Does not. So they top decked a land, I think. Engineered on 0 to get rid of my engineered and a goblin token. So to me, the better play here now is Chandra. And we play pre-combat here, so if they do counter, I at least get one more attack in here with goblins. Up for damage, and it's strictly just damage. And we'll attack then. Blood Moon's actually a good one to skip. They have all their colors. And F6. They might blow this up now just to avoid 2 damage. That'd be fine. They do lose the... I do lose the engineered as well, but now we have a removal and can play Rabblemaster if we wanted to. We're also at technically 6 mana, so we could Bone Crusher plus Rabblemaster. On a random, just thinking about the possibilities of what this mill list could potentially have in it, I wonder if I hold onto Bone Crusher on the really odd chance that my opponent's playing the Ring. Ooh, Edict. Sacrifice a Planeswalker. All right. Well, lands. 1, 2, 3. Rabblemaster. See if they have a counter. They don't. Combat. Swing. Pass turn. Lots of goblins, by the way. Opponent takes 4, goes to 9. I guess a Damnation would be a little bit problematic, but we just buy back the Squee and are fine. I think we win. I'm F6ing through the turn. I don't care to play the Bone Crusher Giant. We'll keep it on the rare chance that my opponent's playing Ring. This is plenty of damage in the battlefield anyway. They're doing something. Damnation? Jace that I do I care about this Jace? I don't think I care about this Jace. It's got a lot of text on it. Up to 1 target creature gets -3/-0. So this is down 2, 3, 4, 5. Then offset 6, 7, 8, 9. Win game. I think it's a win, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Squee 2. Oh, I clicked that wrong. Oh, well. I think it'll be fine. I think it maths out. Needed to reverse those. All right, so we've got a 2-0 start here. Red Rage just blasting through people, playing the cards that everyone should be playing, and those are the cards that you enjoy the most. This one mainly. If you don't enjoy Rabblemaster, don't play Rabblemaster. Play what you want to do. It's the best time. Play the cards you like. You'll have fun. Let's see if we can get a third opponent here. Having a good one. This is good Friday Night Magic. It's working out for us. It was a quick queue into game 2, so we'll see how quick this queue is. Hopefully just as quick. I'm conflicted as to whom to cheer for. One crab, other rabble. These are hard decisions, Grayus. How are you doing this fine Friday? Actually, now that I've seen you and Zale and others here, who goes to Friday Night Magic? Who goes? I know some people do. Playing them fancy cards. All right, opponent's 2-0, we're 2-0. We'll just show them the 2-1 bracket for them. We'll go 3-0 here. Lead with confidence. It's kind of a creepy avatar too. All right. Tons of removal. Tons of removal. Opponent keeps 7. We have a Blood Moon. I'm on the draw. We've been on the draw a lot, by the way. Nice. They're going to see this and be like, what? Are we against Scam? Maybe they take Lightning Bolt if we're against Scam. Got some text to read. I know you're not familiar with this card, but that's okay. No one is. Garbage disposal internally leaking. What do you mean by internally leaking? Like if it's leaking at all, wouldn't it leak out into your cabinet? Internally leaking. Takes a Fury. Interesting. Put this over here. Okay. They don't know about the Blood Moon. Interesting. Not a Thoughtseize bug. Maybe Wizards fix that finally. Second Blackleaf Cliffs. I do have a Lightning Bolt. No play from my opponent. I'm going to play Sokens in here to keep them off of knowledge of what we have. They don't know about the left 2 cards. Orcish Bowmaster will just leave. It can do whatever it wants to. That card's fine. I'd like to take them off black. Obviously, they could attack with a Ragavan. I wouldn't mind killing Voidwalker. Let's kill that. Let's play Blood Moon. They won't know about the last Blood Moon. I have Ragavan. We'll see if they play their own Ragavan here. I can remove some stuff. I can dash my Ragavan in, keep the momentum going. Just taking them off black feels good. A lot of their revive cards, if they are Scam, are in black. Oh well, that was short-lived. I enjoyed it though. Down to 15. 18-15. Opponent's got Fable. Fable's token may be worth killing. I don't need another Blood Moon. Dash Monkey and wipe the board. No one ever said no to a board wipe. They did take the Fury, which definitely makes sense why they would have done that. Let's go Monkey. It'd be kind of cool to hit a Thoughtseize, not going to lie. Obviously, my opponent's going to probably ditch some cards that they can't cast, but let's see what we get. Well, I stole a Fury. It's not a bad one to steal from them. All right, I don't know if our Ragavan is going to get back in there again. A Fire Artisan might be actually one of the best draws we have. Opponent ditches Thoughtseize and Blood Moon. Nice. A little surprised maybe the Thoughtseize, they must have a removal for Ragavan. In which case, we're going to just go Chandra instead. Chandra, and I am going to dash the Monkey, assuming that the removal is Bolt. I will let my opponent have the choices here. But I think actually Ragavan is the worst of the 2 choices. I think they should get rid of Chandra. Terminate. Ah, a little Bowmaster. Okay. That's true. That's a good removal. I forgot about that one. That's all right. Tomorrow we're going to go get some birdseed because this guy has totally forgotten about getting that for the birds outside. And then we're going to get a donut. That's our plan. Opponent Thoughtseize is one light up away. They knew about both. I guess I just uptick Chandra for mana if I draw Fury. Uptick Chandra for mana if I draw Fire Artisan. Otherwise, definitely want to kill this. X needs to be 1. 2 damage. Oh, 1 to me. Oh, you're a gutsy opponent. Goes 1 to me. 1 to Chandra. Doesn't even put Chandra to... Oh, everything clear now. Opponent ditches a Terminate. Fury kills Chandra. 1 damage in. I kill Reflections, and then we have 2 1/1s to deal with. Yeah, I gotta kill Reflections. X equals 1. Here, 2 for good measure. 2 for good measure. Maybe it's an enchantment, not a creature. Okay. Rabblemaster's a little weak into a Fury list just because they don't have to interact necessarily at instant speed and the Fury can get rid of it. My opponent could have something like Voidwalker, though. You know, they could have some other 2 black. Land, Rabblemaster. Kind of wishing it was Squee at this point, because Squee would be able to come back if they have a Bolt. Although my opponent doesn't seem to be playing Bolt, based on everything we're running into here. The dangerous thing is if they played Fury and then revive it here. We'll see what they do. Burn Catacombs. No attack, I presume, as well. We'll be probably sending just goblins in. Happy to play a Magus and send goblins past turn. Just good old 2/2 bear for 3. As long as I'm able to create tokens with Rabblemaster, I'm feeling good, especially if I can get a lot before Fury. I do wonder if my opponent has a Fury and is waiting for land Fury. Oh, we're doing something. Oh, we're going to pick up Fury, I presume. They do pick up Fury. Fury can kill half of this board. Or, I guess, 3/4 if they go for the tokens. Did they find the red card? Did they find the land? They're not slamming it, and they're not attacking. My guess is no. We're pausing here. We know they have a Fury. 1 land is going to be a problem here. 1 land kills pretty much all this as well. If I attack here, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I put them to 6 with this attack. If I find land into Fire or Chandra, I'm close to killing them. If I do this, my opponent could block, chump block here. If I hit for 6 this turn, I could hit for 4 next turn. Then I'm looking for Light Up the Night or Bolt. All right, we'll do it. I am also kind of in danger of them just playing a Bowmaster here and messing this up a little bit, but I think a double block on Rabblemaster is going to happen. Get damage in and then see what we can do with the top of our library. If they have only black cards in their hand looking for a land and miss both land and red card, we good, but it does look like my opponent has found what they need here. We'll be down to a goblin token. The other side to this was to hold back the Rabblemaster, and it's probably a couple more blocks because they have to kill Rabblemaster and Magus. Holding land, passing turn. I am on a 2-turn clock if they can get in. This is where a Seasoned Pyromancer would be good, although we are playing into a Bowmaster list. Tough to say which one I would prefer. Ragavan's an okay top deck if my opponent can't play any creatures here. Griefs to check the hand. Do they keep the Grief alive? Hand is clear. They do not. So it was strictly a check. I do believe that this is safer to block here than take 6. 1 card to 1 mountain. Who wins? Looking for a planeswalker. Oh. Oh, this could be game. This could be it. They know about this land. I got to put it into play. We are attacking. Hit for half the health. Squee is lethal. Bolt is lethal. Chandra, Torch of Defiance is lethal. Light Up the Night, the last one, is lethal. We are not dead to Fury Bolt. We are dead to Fury Bolt Bolt. Spike Field Hazard potentially could be lethal depending on how many creatures get through if they have to block with Fury. There's a lot of things that are lethal. Shatterskull Smashing could be lethal by getting rid of the Fury. Bone Crusher Giant could be lethal. Ooh, there's a lot of things here. Do we get it? Woo! Attack. Please don't play a Fury. Down to 6. Fascinating. Eidolon before combat. This is to make it so that my attack is more likely lethal. Bolts in response. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means. I may be going... Make sure the Light Up the Night stay in there. I may be going to 4, but my opponent might just very well be going to 0 here. Combat. Swing. Bowmaster is lethal, I think. No, Bowmaster would be the only saving grace. They go to 1, could shoot this block here. Looked good. Nice. We got there. Woo! Close one. Squee looks good. Okay. Scam is a little bit rough to play against. Relics are almost just not even worth it, if I'm really honest. We have to kill things with like bolts, occasionally Bone Crushers, Furies, and Chandras. Light Up the Nights as well. So these are all kind of important removals, generally speaking, over here. Fire Artisan's exceptional in this matchup. Magus of the Moon can probably go. Blood Moon is interesting. Blood Moon has value, but you could also say just ditch the Blood Moon, play a couple more Braids. You hit the Blood Moon, it's good. If not, you have more removal. And in terms of removal, I mean, we're pretty stock full once again. Kind of looking over here. Spike Field's probably not so much, but this is. You can make an argument Ragavan's not that great, but I'd rather probably put the pressure on with Ragavan than just play like Blood Moons or something. That's another removal or Graveyard Disruption. Keeping in mind that the relic really has to happen like on turn 1 or to be of any value. We'll keep this opening hand. It's pretty decent. Leading with Shatterskull Smashing doesn't sound like a bad idea. All right. Let us go. Let's see if we can get the 3-0 and start the night off really, really, really well. Opponent mulligans to 6. We'll keep 7. We are on the draw. Good luck. Good luck. And they keep the 6. All right. Cliffs. Ragavan. Okay. Do I kill this Ragavan? Kill Ragavan with the pitch Ragavan? I'm going to do this. I held on to Shatterskull Smashing because if I top deck a land here, then we're in really good shape and I can use Fury Pitch Shatterskull, play Eidolon. Obviously, they could steal Shatterskull Smashing, but if they're stealing that, I'm probably okay. Bloodstained Mire. I assume this is a Terminate. It's a Fury of their own. They ditch a Ragavan. So I guess they're not going to dash a Ragavan in. Do they keep the Fury alive? They choose to keep the Fury alive. Luckily, I have the ability to kill this Fury. Opponent has one card. This is the way Scam plays. They're all in on this strategy, and we're going to just knock them back one, throw an Eidolon into play. Or do we throw Eidolon away, play Shatterskull, 2 lands to Chandra? Is that quicker? I think I'm going to ditch the Chandra here. And I will probably play Shatterskull Smashing. Ooh, do they have the save here? Again? Double save? No. Alright, like I said, I'll play this. It takes a little more damage, but this way if they like top deck Thoughtseize or something and opt to play it, I don't get that far behind on my lands. Also gives me the option to top deck land, and I'll just Soken Zen. Ooh, a Shock of Blood Crypt. Fable? Does play a Fable. Okay. There's scarier things than Fable. Squee? Combat? Let's trade. They might trade this. They do. All right. We are going to play the land. I want to stay on top of my lands here. I know Soken Zen's a good... Maybe I wait. They might play Kroxa, though. Let's just not risk it. It's a good land to create the tokens. I don't think it's worth the risk here. It's really going to come down to probably more top decks than a couple tokens here. Not to mention the couple tokens dies really easily to Bowmaster. Yeah, let's just play it for now. All right, opponent skips. I will go ahead and just attack F6, do the thing. If they throw Bowmaster in, it's whatever. I couldn't play around it. Terminates me, all right. Looking for that land. Chandra Fire Artisan, like I said, is a very, very good card in this matchup. Opponent's way of really removing things typically is damage, although we did see the Edict effect earlier on. I would like to kill this as well. I'd take a removal spell for a turn. Ooh, double Fire Artisan, not great. Looking for a land. F6. They went to immediately play something, but end up skipping here and don't even attack. Interesting. I will attempt to kill here. The last card has to be a save spell. Doesn't. Bowmaster does its thing. It's whatever. 2 damage to me over the, or 3 damage over the course of ping plus 2 attacks. 1, 2. Looking for a land. Land into hopefully a fire, light up the night. Probably ends the game in like 3 turns. Starting here. Land. We found it. We're actually going to play Fire Artisan over Bonecrusher. If we spike Fury here, I can pitch Fury, and this will be at 5, which is almost half their life. Opponent will have a good read here. A good read. This feels good. This is where we want to be. Up. Already played our land, so this card's dead. Ooh, it was a good card too. Pass turn. If we had dead cards next turn, we can always play this Bonecrusher. Opponent goes to 12, so yes, Fire Artisan being at 6 is half health, meaning a Light Up the Night is very lethal. Would just need a land to get it in the graveyard. I like this too, because if they decide to Fury here, and they go, oh, I'll kill Fire Artisan, then they're just taking that much more damage to their face. And they have a choice here, right? Do they attack me or this? They attack for 2 here. This puts it to 3, and we'll ping them for 2. They plan to bolt this. That's you know, It's a lot of life right there. Okay. It's a land. It's a little backwards, though. Fire Artisan up here. Let's see what we get. We get a Bone Crusher Giant that I could cast. I actually believe we go ahead and cast that and put a Spikefield Hazard as a way I can ping them or something else. We're in a great spot. The Dark Spikefield Hazard. Terminates, opponent takes 2. I'll accept that shock. They're at 8. They're at 7. They're technically at 6 with Spikefield, making Chandra a lot of their life points. We have another Bone Crusher Giant showing up as well. I don't know how they get out of this. I don't know. I don't know, chat. I think we're going 3-0. I'll even take this. Oh, yeah, I'm taking it. I'm going to 11. No fear. You can't burst me down, opponent. Let's go ahead and hit him. Down to 6. Rabblemaster's pretty good. Let's go up here, see what else we get. Braid's cute, too. Play Rabblemaster because it does ping for 1 this turn. Maybe the Bone Crusher is slightly better here. I think it's going to be all roads lead to wins. We'll see. Down to 5. Fable creates a blocker. He obviously can jump in front of a Bowmaster if we wanted to. This definitely is not worrisome so far. Need a land. Land off the top, win. Land that comes into play, untapped. How much do I have here? Play this tapped. Light up is 3. I think I have to stay back on defense here. Weirdly enough. So I'm going to play Bone Crusher Giant just to be all on defense. Send the 2 goblins, lose 1 to Goblin Shaman token, and pass. I don't believe I can lose here, but I think being just ultra defensive is the best course of action. We win next turn. We win through discard as well for those panicking that it's not in the graveyard yet. We don't win to a Void, Dothy Void, and a discard, but my opponent Fatal Push, so that's not happening. We don't win if they can Edict the Chandra away. We don't win if they can Edict the Chandra away in response to Light Up the Night. We do win with a top deck land, and we can just burn them out with Light Up the Night. Attacks with Goblin. We'll block. Pretty safe block. That's fine. That's fine. That was the card in their hand. Opponent's dead. Opponent's dead. Opponent dead. Can I light up the Chandra? I could, but it's so much better to do this. Ping for 0 here, and then 4, recall it back, and drain the Chandra, and get 14 damage off of this. And we'll just do it for shows. 7 of which is uncounterable. The one thing, Green Leader, that you are thinking of, though, is you can always turn a Fury into burn for 4 for free. Assuming that you have 4 counters on the Chandra. But this Light Up the Night is now doing 7. You saw that it already did 7 off of the Chandra triggers. Chandra has text. If you're not familiar with Fire Artisan, go check out the Oracle. You'll be happy. Which I think you're aware of the Oracle, because you're asking if we can fire it off for 5 at the Chandra. Yeah, Fury was potentially a win on some of those as well. The spicy exacties. If they had a card in their hand, the last thing I probably would want to be doing is doing that because they could edict in response, since we saw the edict. But they didn't have a card in their hand, I guess. So it was probably safe. We don't need to be exacties. We need to be blow them out of the water. Dead is dead. Yep. Dead gone. All right, we're going for this 4-0. This is a good evening for Magic. We've had some pretty poor evenings of Magic. We've been in and out of Modern quite a bit lately just because Modern's been a tough environment to play in, and tonight it's treating us well. Although tonight it also looks like an older format of Modern for some reason. Scam's still Scam, but we saw Mill today as well, so it's wild. And what that first list was kind of Yawgmoth like, which I hate to say Yawgmoth's like older Modern, but it's definitely not the latest and greatest things that are being played. No rings tonight so far, which is nice to see. Although we have Bone Crusher in case we do run into those. All right, we're 3-0. The last 2-0 opponent went to the 2-1 bracket. I think we should do that one more time for the night, and then we'll play a coin flip on the last one against like Murktide or something. No beans. We declared war on the beans and haven't seen the beans. That is the way that you know you're paying for MTGO Premium. You put it in your title. You clickbait everyone. And then you never face it. I'm going to keep this hand a little bit weak here with a Spike Field being a tap land, but we'll see how it plays out. Ooh. Ozolith is no fun. Let's try Ragavan here. Spike Field a little bit interesting because it does exile. There's a Saga. Magus is looking good. This is probably going to be played tap now. Hanger back technically makes a 1/1. Oh. Clicked the wrong thing. Let's just ignore that happened there. No one saw that. Gosh. No one saw that. We'll be good. Don't you worry, people. That was an old slip of the hand there. Hydrate? Yeah, I probably should hydrate. We just wanted to be on the play, giving our opponent some hope here. It was perfect. And I knew it was perfect, and for whatever reason I clicked Ragavan because the next action that we were going to take was to attack with Ragavan, so that if we top deck, we'd have Blood Moon or the Magus of the Moon that we had in place of the Urza Saga. It's okay. We're just going to win it the hard way because we want to challenge ourselves. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Help. We actually have a pretty good hand here, too, for game number 2. There's Grove. Grove plays Ozolith again? Haywire Might. That's rude. Let's remove. They gain life, all that good stuff. We play Ragavan, attack, pass turn. Probably won't play whatever here. Unless it only costs 1. And go ahead. Nice. All right, we're status quo. Oh, who likes a land destruction spell? I do. I'm going to replay this Hangerback Walker, and I'm going to Spike Field my Ragavan again. Walking Ballista. Pings off the Ragavan. Yes, please. Oh, we're going to hold on to this time. Play Blood Moon, Stone Rainham, attack for 1 past turn. Hold Spikefield. I could play Ragavan here, but Spikefield might be properly used this game. So let's go with that. Has a Ward 2. I need a land. Found the land. Spikefield. Pay for Ward. Attack for 1. Look, we used it correctly. We can play Magic. We don't have to be so embarrassed. Glimmer Wasp and whatever this is. You may spend mana as though or mana of any color to activate abilities or creatures you control. Creatures you control +1/+1 counters on them. Have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with this. Exile a target card from a graveyard. When the creature card is exiled this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. A lot of text. This is a 2-drop. This is a 1-drop. Has Walking Ballista text. That's weird. We're going to get rid of this because Haywire Mite's down there. This seems dangerous. When it pings off, we will not use modular. I feel weird playing Ragavan here. But I guess we will. Maybe they'll commit more 1-drops to the board, and then Engineered Explosives is a little bit better. If my opponent doesn't have much to commit to the board here, we could remove this and then get in. Shall we? Let's kill it. Let's kill it and get in. Let's go. What do we get? Hanger back. Pass. Something I could kill with Engineered. Land drop for our opponent, and we have a Arcbound Ravager. This is a 2-drop. I could technically kill. I can really kill it now. Uptick just to see if we hit a Fury. We have a Bone Crusher Giant, so we can stomp this away. Opponent gives up. We can put the Chandra in. All right, so that kind of worked a lot better than we planned game 1. All right, let's hydrate. Let's go again. The dangerous thing is the modular stuff. Stuff getting too big. That's why we have the Braids, the Shatter Sprees, the stuff. We're going to keep this hand. We now have Spikefield, no creatures to put into play, so we're not in trouble. Opponent finds green. There's a Hardened Scales. All right. Dangerous. Dangerous, dangerous. We got a Bolt. Pass turn. Lots of removal here. Haywire Mite is a problem for us. There's a Saga. That's an easy Blood Moon target. Do they play anything? If 1 or more +1/+1 counters we put on an artifact creature you control, that +1/+1, put a +1/+1 cycle. All right. A lot of text for basically much more Hardened Scales power. Walden Sokensen will pass. This is a legendary artifact. I don't think I want to Shatter Spree it. We're kind of just working our way up to Blood Moon, Stone Rainham, and then we'll deal with what's in play. We got a Shatter Skull. It's going to be the biggest, or Shatter Spree. It's going to be the biggest Shatter Spree you've ever seen. Opponent's going to just scoop it up. It's going to be big scoop. Although this sucks a little bit. This is a 3/3. Kill it? It's a little bit of a 2-for-1, but it kind of lets me keep the Shattering Spree. I'm about to play a Blood Moon to knock them off something. Then I've got a lot of Rushing Goblins out of them. Let's do this. This feels like it's okay. They'll put like a Hangerback Walking Ballista in. I'll pew, pew, and get some good stuff into play. Play another thing. Play another thing. All right. I'm going to play risky here, play Rabblemaster out. Hopefully it dodge a Walking Ballista and pass turn. The reason for doing this is I'd like one more artifact out there and get like a 3-4 on the Shattering Spree. They'll probably do this Ozolith thing again, and then the modular doesn't matter. Okay, this is fine. If they play one more, it'd be really nice, but they'll probably grow this one as well, and then I'll blow these up and go wham with the Rabblemaster. Oh, that's right. Am I dead? No, this is 12. Am I dead? Oh no. Oh no, I think I'm dead. Oh, I don't think I'm dead. I don't. Oh, okay. I think I dodged a bullet here. We'll hold on to Fury. Shattering Spree, cast with Replicate here. Replicate 2 more times for 3 mana. Say okay to this. We almost died there. That was dangerous. That was scary. Because wasn't sacrifice this, put 3 double, only doubled to 6. I'd be at 2, I guess. That's dead. That's dead. Goblins go. That was scary. I very well could have died there by holding Shattering Spree to the absolute last possible moment. But it might pay off big here. Another Ravager. It's a 2/2. That's stompable. Land? I believe we just stomp this and attack. I'd love to get Squee in, but just stomping that, hold on to the Fury, tack, pass turn feels good. Squee, I don't believe wins there. All right. We totally rocked a Spikefield Hazard on our Ragavan and then took the 2 wins. 4-0. Everyone just turned off the stream. They're like, wow, we're not watching this guy. And then just missed the biggest comeback. It was because we hydrated. It's important. It's a symbiotic relationship between me and you, chat. You keep me sane, we give you good content. All right, we're going for a 5-0. It's kind of weird. I didn't even know those existed. What are trophies? Weird day. Weird day. Ooh, 1 lander. Is this the first time we've seen Den of the Bugbear? I'd be keeping a 2-lander if I could. We've been keeping quite a few of those, but one landers, they're a lot sketchier. 1-landers and Ragavans are pretty sketchy too. It's our turn now to mulligan a few times. Let's just keep the lands. We seem to be struggling to find those here. I can beat a Grief. They'll take... I mean, they didn't even put a land into play, so... We'll just let them take a thing, and... I guess we're okay. They take Eidolon. Grief dies. That's weird. Why wouldn't you play a land? The chooses to start with Stomping Ground and shocks it in. They take 2 damage for no reason. Pass turn. Has no clue about Squee or Savior. Wait, what is this? Forest cycling? Battle could take a food token. Sacrifice. This is 5-step. Wait, what's going on? Grief? Big Ent? Ent? Breeding pool? Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have something in our title. We are currently 2-0. We're against... Our opponent is 2-0. We are 4-0. Did we find it? Living End. Oh, is this Living End? Okay. It's magical. Oh, it is Living End. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that explains the Eidolon being taken. Maybe they have Chalice. Now, yeah. Forest cycling. Okay, yeah. I was like, oh, I thought it was Bean, and I got really excited, but it's not Bean. Oh, I stole one. I stole one. All right, do they spin it and win it? Breeding Pool shocks in at 12. 3 mana being tapped. Spin Shardless. Switch things out. I don't believe I can win here. That's a couple 5/7s. So instead of giving my opponent some more information, we'll move on. Rabble Masters and all the like are not going to work for us. This is definitely the Relic matchup. Pillages do come in for this matchup as well. We need Squee to be faster. And that is what we want. Out comes Fire Artisan. Light Up the Night typically comes out here. We probably take a Chandra. We got to be fast, find Blood Moons, take care of the graveyard, and hopefully beat the combo list. This is a tougher matchup, and it's unfavored right now because we were on the draw at the beginning. If we're on the play, we have a better chance. We'll keep this because I can play a Ragavan and start attacking. And if I do get the Eidolon down, we're in good shape. Remember, we can't just look for these hands that have Relic and nothing else. We have to close the game out. If we were playing Chalices, we'd have a different conversation, but we're not playing Chalices. My opponent clearly has Force of Vigor in this list. So Fast, Furious, and Ragavans. Some Goblins would help too. We'll see how it goes. Remember that even if we clear the graveyard at some point, they can use the Living End as a way to board wipe, which is rough for us. Little Riverwinder ends up in the graveyard. We're going to play an Eidolon here. Ooh, are we going to play an Eidolon? I actually feel like I am. I'm going to play the Eidolon and the Relic here. There's a Force. We're going to do it this way too. Eidolon first. I will take damage. But that's okay. And tap for red mana for good luck. All right, they take a little bit of extra damage here because the Force and the Eidolon in play. Do we have enough to win this game? We're going to be hitting for 4 more here. Opponent is cycling. This is going to be close. Cycles Architect. Plays land. Shocks in. Goes to 12. Technically, they would go 2 more down. Eidolon? No Eidolon. This is actually an okay card to see. Play land. Attack for 4. Bolt's nice too. Down to 8. We find another Force. I think I'm pretty happy to just lightning bolt them here. Like if they have to force in response or something, they're not good. What am I taking my opponent to? I'm taking them to 3 with this board wipe. No, I'm taking them to 1. They don't know about the Raymond Ruins. We have a win here. Unless they get life gain. Does this give them life? Create food tokens, but no life gain. Stifle? We might be going to a final matchup here. Opponent's thinking they can set the top of the library for a win. And they got the food token to revive themselves a little bit. But we got the win in hand. They don't know it. We're going to be 1-1. Again, we will be on the draw for the final game. That does put us at a disadvantage. It's going to come down to the coin flip, like we said. Crazy, right? By the way, we will keep a hand with like double Eidolon in the final game. It's one of the few ways I think we have a chance. We might have to play more passively with a Relic as well. There we go. We got it. Thanks, Ragavan. We sacrificed white for the most purest of wins. All right. I don't think there's much else I can do here. Light Up the Night would be a way to be able to do damage. Fury is an interesting one because we can early pitch it for nothing, but get it back, and it could help us a little bit, stabilize the board, or at least put a threat out there if my opponent tries to Living End very quickly. There's not much I can do here, though. It's Relics, Fast, maybe Blood Moon to mess up their mana. You'll notice their mana was fairly complex. Let's see what this opening hand is. Man. Man. Why can't you or you be a land? Is Ragavan one lander safe here? My opponent has yet to kill anything. They could grief here. Oh yeah, we're 4-0. 4-0, 1-1, looking for a 5-0 here, but we are on the draw against Living End. Opponent did mulligan to 6. I have Relic and I have Ragavan. I don't typically keep a one-lander, but this is close. Now, if I feel like I'm going to have to, I can throw Fury into the graveyard to force my opponent to maybe wait a turn or something in order to cascade. Man, this is close, though. I usually don't keep a one-lander with Ragavan, but I haven't seen them remove the Ragavan either. We're going to do it. Believe in the monkey. We tapped white for the most purest of wins. This will be the most faithful win to the red deck. Opponent goes to 5. Let's go. I believe. Think about it for... Oh, we thought about it. We thought about it. We took a minute to think about it. That's like the most amount of time we thought this entire league. I don't know. I think this is actually reasonable because if they grief here, what do they take? Relic or Ragavan? I don't care about that. I don't think I care about that, right? I don't care about Leyline. This is a really pretty Leyline. I've been out of Magic too long. That's pretty. All right, Ragavan. Opponent's got 3 cards. Let's go. By the way, Relic, target player exiles graveyard, sad face, but 1 mana exile win game. Blood Moon could be very, very good here. Oh, Basic Forest was found for our opponent. Land drop, please. I didn't specify. I will take my lump on the head. This is good for us. They have stuff in the graveyard. They're trying to spin quickly here, and I will have a Relic with the ability to tap it. Play this down. Relic. Thankfully, we're not playing Soul Guided Lantern because we're a old school player. Did we do it, ladies and gentlemen? Cycles the Ent. Dun dun dun. Breeding Pool. Plays it. Tapped. I believe I have Pillage here too. If I top deck Pillage, this would be great. Ragavan's not great. Not going to attack with Squee here. I believe I'm going to have a follow-up. If only. Play Eidolon Pass. This would at least force some pressure on my opponent while not like over-committing here. Relic is still live. Cascades. Gonna wait for them to put it on the stack. Living End happens. We'll go ahead and exile. Now I can follow with Squee or Blood Moon. I wonder what I'm supposed to do here. Squee feels like the right play just to get aggressive. Why not shut them off blue? They have 2 blue. I could shut them off a Shardless Agent here. And then Violent Outburst is no good next turn, and then I could Pillage. Because if right now, if they spin, they get Eidolon Ragavan back for me. I could play this Blood Moon. Top deck land, Pillage the Forest. Oh man, it's so tempting. And we've already seen a Force and a Subtlety. And then when they spun, does this shuffle? Onto the battle. Play Exile Grave, then sacrifice all creatures in control. Or sorry, where's Cascade read? Top of your library, you may pass it within the bottom of your library in random order. And we saw another Force, another Subtlety, a Boseiju down there. I'm just kind of seeing what could be in their hand. Squee is 3 damage this turn. 3, and then 4, that's 7 next turn. 7 puts them to 4. I have Ragavan Bolt. Oh, they can spin. They clear mine, but then I get my stuff back. I think it's Squee here. And it avoids like a Force of Negation if they have that as well. It avoids kind of a lot of things. I think it's Squee here. I've got Bolt in hand. I need to just pressure. They've got to clear the board. They need land plus then the spin, and maybe it has to be something else, and then Eidolon Ragavan, and then they can't spin anymore. I think this is the right play. I think we got a 5-0. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, let's go. This has got to be it. Top deck land equals win. Ragavan dash. Win. We're going for it. We're going for it. We believe in the monkey. For Simian Spirit Guide, we attack. We make goblins. We blast them. I can't blast them. What's this? Can I mountain cycle this? Can't mountain cycle. I forgot about Leyline. We're close. We're really close. We're really close. I can Chandra next turn. That's the purest way of winning. Oh, my opponent is at 1. Oh my gosh, was it right to like pitch Fury Blood Moon, kill this, put it in the graveyard so I have a lot of things to attack? I don't know. We are going to get an Eidolon back, which means the Chandra is safe from a Force of Negation. I think we still win here. A lot of hexproof stuff, just saying. Just saying. Go to our turn, 4 mana, Chandra for 1. That looks a good follow-up, maybe 2. Tapping white for the purest of mana. Up we go, 2 damage, and pass it on. 5-0 trophy. And Red Rage lives on in 2023. We got there. And that stupid mistake on that one game. Woo! Little out of shape with the clicks. We got it. Heck yeah, Rodeo. Green leader. Toast. Logo. It does feel good, doesn't it? Here's our list tonight. Attack. Pressure. Forward momentum. Good hands. Couple slip-ups from our opponents. 1 slip-up from us. It was a nice recovery. I think this amplifies my theory that while Chalice and Bridge are fun to play, exciting to lock your opponents out, you just got to get a little bit underneath everything. You just got to go fast enough and you'll be... That's where the pressure is. That's why we use Blood Moon to make them stumble, but we can't rely on those Chalices and Bridges much anymore. Thanks, Logo. Thanks, Full Monty. Woo! And indeed, a very good recovery, hasn't Dan? It's good to see some of you folks as well. Been a little bit since we've been doing the magic. I appreciate you all hanging out here on Friday night. It is not easy nowadays. There's a lot of coin flips out there. We were pretty convinced the last game was going to be a coin flip. I mean, Living End. Like I said, they could literally just board wipe if I don't have the relics. And we actually leaned in heavily on a 1-lander, which is risky in itself, but the hand was aggressive enough and it had enough disruption that it made it win. It's good stuff. But hey, the beauty and the reason that I play this is I think right now I like proving out if you know your list inside and out, you know the matchups, and you get your sideboard just about right, you can take pretty much any list you want and win with it. You're going to hit some coin flip matches, but you're going to have a good shot at it. And I think that's just always the definition of Modern. Whether people like where Modern is right now or not, you just got to accept. If you're good at a list, stick with it. You'll get your results. Indeed, right in time for the trophy with Red Rage.